Enjoy your return to YouTube. May the day be wonderful for all. In this video, I will provide you with an update on today's events and discuss everything related to XRP. My discussion of the $10 000 XRP price point will round off the film. For quite some time, people have argued about whether or not this is even possible. Could $10,000 be a realistic goal for each XRP? Just an X in the comments if you enjoy discussing XRP, XLM, and other digital assets. That's all I ask. Yes Bank's Unified Payments Interface UPI in India, according to Chad Stingraber, will facilitate the digitalization of the Indian rupee and allow individuals and businesses to, in order to authorize transactions using QR codes for digital INR. Next, we get an official comment from them. The group president of Global Indian Banking at Yes Bank remarked, "We are happy to cooperate with Ripple to utilize the potential of blockchain for real-time cross-border payments ISO 2022. Shall we proceed?" In a completely unprecedented move, BlackRock has more Bitcoin on hand than MicroStrategy. They achieved this in less than 2 months by purchasing Bitcoin, adding it to their balance sheet, and using it for their exchange-traded funds. According to David Schwartz, there may be a need for gold assets with a counterpart serving as a safety net, and people may seek gold assets with a counterpart as a safety net, but in my opinion, that will lead to a liquidity island that cannot be adequately addressed without a global asset such as XRP. We are all aware that the world is currently in a state of disarray, and it is difficult for nations to get along, thus the world won't agree on a counterparty unless forced to. Subject Ripple vs. SEC update and end is in sight to the protracted legal battle between Ripple and the SEC. Ripple, as the plaintiff, provided the SEC with all the necessary details on financial statements and institutional sales of XRP after compliance. The SEC was also granted an additional week by the court to examine the materials and submit an opening brief concerning remedies. This case has dragged on for far too long, but we are now nearing its conclusion. Court documents indicate that April 12th is the due date for case submissions. Present moment, considering the prevalent sentiment, the price of XRP could rise if investors anticipate positive developments for the cryptocurrency. When the alternative coin won a partial court battle last July, it was a similar story. Evidence suggests that XRP's value increased by a factor of 100, surpassing 100,000. How I long for 100. We'll get to that later, but many users are hoping for another favorable verdict that might push XRP above $1. Especially because the court already ruled that Ripple's token sales were not investment contracts. Before the Bitcoin halving, April would have preferred to see XRP prices rise. This is because, in my opinion, looking at past charts will reveal that approximately 1 or 2 months following the Bitcoin halving, it is crucial when discussing an extensible payment settlement system that use micropayments to transmit digital currency globally at a rate of 1,500 transactions per second, the speed of light. I agree with you that banks can't utilize Bitcoin Ethereum to transfer big sums of money because it isn't scalable. Indeed, we have previously heard Brad Garlinghouse discuss a solution that could cost several $1 trillion. The most important thing to remember about CBDCs is that they will not be present in the United States, regardless of our feelings about them. You never know, even though I doubt they will materialize. Globally, trillions of money will be circulating when we discuss CBDCs. The primary assets that will be utilized for CBDCs are Stellar and Ripple. This isn't just my opinion, these two enormous blockchain players back it up with evidence. Ripple collaborates with each of these financial institutions, American Bank, UBS, and Deloitte. It doesn't take much capital to pump billions of tokens and push this to astronomical levels when you consider the entire system, which is quadrillions of dollars. People always get stuck on market cap when they say things like, well, look at Apple, Google, and all those massive corporations, more than all of them put together. Do you think Apple is trying to solve a global financial system problem? No, they're in the phone and computer businesses, among other things. The world of finance is infinite, though there's so much money. And when we consider debt and derivatives, the amount of money that could come into XRPL, it's astronomical amounts we can't even begin to fathom. So to look at it as a market cap and say, well, it's the 7th biggest market cap in the world, we have a global market cap of $2.72 trillion with stock markets worth tens of trillions more. If we invest a few $1 trillion in XRP, what will happen to its price? I'm not predicting that 10,000 XRP will happen soon, but when we consider that some people will be buying and selling XRP off exchanges in large quantities as a possible global reserve, the possibilities are endless. Just like when Bitcoin was around $1 a few years ago, most of us couldn't afford it. The majority of people aren't even utilizing Bitcoin, although its value is expected to reach $60,000, $70,000 per coin. A large number of investors are purchasing it, but the number of banks actively utilizing it for transaction settlement is unclear. Additionally, there are burn methods, and various other applications for XRP and Bitcoin beyond international payments, such as entering the derivatives market and tokenizing global equities. It is likely that we will.